Hey everybody, happy Friday. Hope everyone had a good 4th. So I'm out here trimming some basil. So you can see how bushy this basil is. I already trimmed quite a bit off of this one too. Some of it's kind of starting to flower a little. But yeah, this is the basket we've already harvested. We are going to make another big batch of our Besto Pesto. The recipe's on the blog for that, but we're going to fill the freezer with some Besto Pesto. So I'm coming through and doing a lot of trimming. This is basil as well, so that one still needs to be trimmed. So if you haven't seen our tips about harvesting basil, the more you trim it, the more it's going to keep coming back and getting bushier. Ooh, look at this cute little squash. And so for trimming something like this, I could either take it at this junction right here, which would then leave 2 side branches, or I could take it all the way down a little further. Sorry, it's gonna be hard to see in here. Okay, these are easier to see for an example over here. So you always want to cut basil at like a junction where there is a branch, because new little shoots will come out. So like this one I can take right there, and then now it's going to grow bushier, 2 new little side shoots from that part. And then same with kind of over here, and you can take it down further. So like here's a junction, and I could take it right here, or I could come all the way further, which is what I'm going to do because I really want to trim it back and take it at that junction, and then it's going to grow new little side branches and get even bushier from there. And so here's another good example of something. So like this big basil, we trimmed and started trimming it when it was pretty small, only like 6 inches tall. So you can tell at one point we cut one of the main stems in the middle, and then it branched, and then it branched, and you can just see it just continued to branch the more we trimmed it into this big bushy thing that has now, you know, a canopy this large. Same with this one, right? One over here, this is kind of a smaller plant, but this is a, I can't remember, it's like a mammoth leaf basil of some sort, but we stuck it here, and I never trimmed it because it was still really small, and then I kind of forgot about it. So you can see it's just one straight stem, and it's going to give us so much less herb, which we don't obviously need that much more because we have a ton of basil. But if I would have trimmed this, it would have branched into multiple stems. And so I'm just going to go ahead and give it a fairly decent trim now. I don't think I'm going to take it all the way down, but if I cut it right, let's see here, there, and just top that all off, then it's going to promote these side branches to all go, and it'll be a lot bushier. And then now we just have this. And I think that is plenty for now. That is a hefty basket of basil. So I'm gonna go get back with Erin in the kitchen and keep prepping pesto. It's a foggy morning here, but it has been 2 weeks since, maybe just over, like 2.5 weeks since I shot that last little basil trimming video. You can see that it looks like it's due for another trim. It just keeps coming back when you harvest that way. But I wanted to give a little brief update on our little friend over here that we had trimmed down at the very end of that last video. So look how cute and bushy it is now. So there is the cut that I took right there, and I just totally had decapitated it, and now it has like these 3 to 4 major branches coming off it. So next time we make pesto, which might even be next weekend, then I will come back in and I'll do it again. I'll probably cut like this spot right here. Let's see. Yeah, and take off and pinch up here, and then those are going to keep branching. So that just goes to show what the difference of 2 weeks makes. It's already ready for another little harvest, and then it'll continue to keep going on and on. Like this guy here. We've got a nice bushy purple one over here. I hope that helps with all your basil.